Recently, I spent a weekend visiting Banff, Alberta. I was invited as a +1 during an academic conference, a kind gesture. I decided to take the time for professional development and focus on skills I want to improve this autumn and into the new year.
Have you been to the Banff Center before?
The agriculture conference one.
Oh yes. Shane said
There's Chili's. There's also a Smitty's here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Smitty's is a Canadian
Is there a
classic.
Boston pizza?
I believe there is.
Oh, there has to be a Boston pizza.
They're all here.
This past summer, my focus had become a little scattered, and I ended up spending quite a few hours building a farm in Stardew Valley. As I explored Banff, a mountain resort town inside a national park, I definitely noticed Stardew Valley vibes. I also began to think about +1 as a video game buff, or level up. In Stardew Valley, there are 5 different skills categories you could master. Perhaps this could serve as some kind of template for my workdays? I seem to have enough ideas at this point to want to write them down, so I left my hotel room and headed into downtown Banff. We're in downtown Banff. I've walked here down the hill from the Banff Center. Our objectives today are finding a coffee shop to write in my journal, and also the Banff Public Library we want to hit up as another possible workspace. Might be a little bit of shopping, but again, we want to maximize essentially only a couple days that we have in this town. It was forecast to be cloudy, and that's pretty much held true, but no rain yet, which is great. This is Banff's public transit system having a glitch moment, I guess, but it's great that they have a robust public transit system. I thought there might be some books in the visitor center, and I was correct. There were some books, but not very many. So the search for a bookstore continues. I think the one that was here last time I visited many years ago is closed, but we'll see what we can find. The weather took a turn from cloudy to rainy, as it does around here. So after wandering the streets for a while, I had to find some lunch. Korean street food seemed pretty appealing. Still raining after lunch, so perusing some wizard journals and wizard stones. Fortunately, the Banff Public Library was across the street from the restaurant. I enjoy the Library of Things, although as a non-card holder I couldn't chuck any of the things out, but it was definitely a very pleasant workspace that I found I was able to write in. The rain stopped after about an hour. I found myself by a pleasant gurgling stream and made my way further up the street from the library. On the steps of the White Museum, I saw a sign for bookshop. So great. The bookshop also had art supplies, and I wasn't able to resist getting a new notebook. I don't know why that should make ideas come more readily, but sometimes it does. Back outside to some blue skies. We're looking for a coffee shop now. I stumbled on Evelyn's, which was perfect. That's a character in Stardew Valley, a kindly old woman. So I got the requisite pumpkin spice latte, and this is the new notebook. This is what I ended up writing. You can pause if you want to see my scribbles, but I'll also be decoding them here in a sec. The much more easy to understand and follow grid, inspired by Stardew Valley, of course. Just like in the game, 10 represents mastery, so I've given myself an assessment of where I think I stand. Let's go inside the Cave of Mastery, literally from the game. I just replaced the icons. The first skill is camera. I gave myself a 6 in this because I'm pretty good at photography, but not so good in video. We're working on videos right this second, but much to learn. Second is fitness. This is a 3 out of 10. I don't really have any fitness skills, to be frank. I am fairly active and have dabbled here and there, but I really need to find something that I can focus on and improve at rather than just sort of walking around. Third is graphic design. I'm a professional graphic designer, so I expect I'm fairly good at this. But again, never assume that you know all there is to know. I can always continue to improve my knowledge, work with clients more effectively, do more tutorials, because the Adobe program's literally always changing. It's just a never-ending journey. Fourth is illustration, which is kind of interesting for me. I wouldn't consider myself a professional illustrator, although I use illustration and traditional drawing and art making in my graphic design practice. So I definitely want to concentrate on this as its own distinct skill rather than just sort of supplemental or something I want to get around to someday. Some days today, I gotta make it happen. Lastly, plant ID. I wanted to include nature, but that nature is not really a skill. So I put identifying plants. I don't know how. I'd like to know how. I played another video game called Strange Horticulture. That one's about categorizing plants that are mysterious. This seems more transferable to real life than, say, owning a farm. That's not going to happen for me anytime soon, but I can surely look at some leaves outside. And hey, I live in Alberta. It has many natural wonders and famous sights to see, including the mountains of Banff. I was so glad to have been able to spend a couple days here reading, reflecting, writing, walking up hills. And hopefully this journey will give you some inspiration to think about what you want to work on, focus on, set your intentions, begin your winter arc, get ahead on New Year's goals, or just chill. That's important too. Let me know which one of the 5 skills I discussed that you want to see more videos about. Take care, folks.